everyone, it's Maki here. A new promotional video for the movie Gundam Seed Freedom has been released. Up until now, videos have been released with titles like First Edition to Fourth Edition, but this video is titled Official Trailer. This might be the last video we can see before the movie's release. Director Mitsuo Fukuda has also commented, "I have reviewed the footage, but this promotional video might reveal too much information." Now, let's analyze the contents of this new promotional video. A new battleship appears at the beginning. It might be the newly announced Millennium-class battleship. The number 02 written on the hull suggests it's a part of the campus fleet following the Archangel. There are parts resembling the maneuver, indicating the use of warp technology in this battleship. It's unclear whether the setting is in space or on Earth due to the dark background. In the previous promotional video, it emerged from underwater, so it might be at sea. What happened to the maneuver? The battleship seen in the previous promo video during the launch of the Rising Freedom seems to be the Millennium, showing the blue parts and wing-like structures. The maneuver is a part of SAFT forces. SAFT supports campus, but also aids the Foundation in their independence from the Earth Alliance. Will we see the triple ship alliance of the Archangel maneuver and Millennium? By the way, there's no sign of the popular battleship Eternal. I expect it to appear in some form. The drama and battles involving these warships are certainly something to look forward to. Lacus Klein's words are spoken. How can this all end? These words somehow bring a sense of unease. She doesn't say peace will come, but everything will end. As mentioned earlier, SAFT is supporting campus while also aiding the Foundation. The Foundation is a nation independent from the Earth Alliance. And the Atlantic Federation, the largest faction of the Earth Alliance, is supporting campus. Depending on interpretation, this could mean a continuation of war between the Earth Alliance and SAFT, mediated through campus and the Foundation. It's possible that Lacus Klein and her allies are being used as pawns in a proxy war. Is Lacus growing disillusioned with the world? In the next scene, we see the Rising Freedom in fright, heading towards an enemy engaged in combat with a Zen. The screen displays a world where the cycle of hatred never ends. The next scene features a tank with its segmented caterpillar parts, distinctive turret, and rear radar-like component. It appears to be the Earth Alliance's linear gun tank. On closer observation, there seems to be a 105 dagger, equipped with what looks like a jet striker pack. In the next scene, we see a Zen firing in another earlier. Considering the opening scene, it might be allied with campus. However, there's something peculiar about the way it fires. It's not aiming at distant enemies, but rather sweeping the ground at its feet. And on the lower part of the screen, we can see human figures. It's unclear if they are soldiers or non-civilians, but their loss of fighting spirit is evident. The Zen in this scene might be driven by hatred, obsessively intent on destroying its adversary. This matches the phrase "cycle of hatred" displayed on the screen. The screen briefly turns completely dark. This might symbolize Lacus Klein's despair in the face of unending hatred. As the screen brightens, we see Ophi's gentle words and his calm demeanor. "We can end this, together we can." These words were followed by the sound of Lacus Klein taking a breath. It's as if halfway consumed by despair, she finds a glimmer of hope. In the next scene, Lacus, crying dressed in a dress, is conversing with Luffy. Observing closely, Lacus's eyes resemble those when her seed ability is activated. In the novel, it is mentioned that Lacus possesses a sharp ability to see through the essence of humanity. She might be discerning the truth in Luffy's words about being able to end this. Lacus loves Kira, but she is also determined to fight for the world. The most significant factor here is Mia Campbell. The novel depicts Lacus's resolve, stating, "By hiding myself from the world, I unintentionally created a tragedy like Mia. Now, I will confront the world." It wouldn't be surprising if Lacus prioritized global peace over personal love. Or is Lacus in this scene losing herself due to some kind of mental manipulation? Indeed, such a plot twist is common in creative works. What do you think? Kira is seen watching Lacus and Luffy converse from a distance. Some might feel he should rush to Lacus and embrace her. However, Kira is also wounded emotionally. He has not fully recovered from the shock of losing Frey Ulster. Often misunderstood Frey, touched by Kira's kindness, realized the foolishness of her initial intent to use him for revenge. Her last words, after being attacked by the Providence Gundam, "My true love," proved her genuine affection for Kira. But Kira never heard these words. He lost Frey while they were estranged, as if they had parted in a quarrel, losing her forever. Director Fukuda mentions that themes, like "Do I deserve to be loved?" exist in the movie. Kira, bearing the emotional scars of losing Frey, might doubt whether he deserves Lacus's love. Kira looks down with a somber expression. "Someone has to do it," he says. Is he expressing his resolve towards battle? Perhaps he thinks he doesn't deserve love, but has a talent for fighting. His exceptional ability as a warrior was highlighted by Chairman Duano in See Destiny. These could be words born from such intense self-reflection. In the next scene, a missile makes an appearance. A character, seemingly an operator, mentions nuclear missile. If Shara's naval or Anna Ore were there, maybe they could have shut it down. A scene resembling a strategic command room is shown. Figures resembling Orpheus, Lacus, and Ingrid are visible. Is this a scene of an attack on the Blue Cosmos headquarters by the Foundation and Compass? Lacus appears to be in the command room, not leading on the front lines. There is no sign of Compass commanders, like Maru Ramirez. It's a bit unsettling. Lacus seems to be isolated. The nuclear missile destroys a city. It's unclear whether this is an actual event or someone's imagined footage. In the world of Seed, nuclear weapons have been used in space, but now are they being used on Earth? The environmental contamination is a serious concern. Against the backdrop of a nuclear explosion, the words "each's own justice" appear. This attack might be seen as a righteous act by the forces who carried it out. Mobile suits and aircraft being engulfed by the nuclear blast are shown. Analyzing the striker pack connection plug on the back and distinctive shoulders, they appear to be Earth Alliance's women who executed the nuclear attack. Was it the Earth Alliance abandoning their frontline allies? Or was it the combined forces of the Foundation and Compass? Kira Yamato appears with a determined expression. He says, "I landed right here." The Rising Freedom makes an appearance. It transforms from its mobile armor form and uses its thrusters to execute a rapid acceleration. There is often debate among fans about whether it uses a nuclear engine or not. The red particles that appear when using a nuclear engine are not present. Upon close observation, as it rapidly decelerates to evade enemy beams, it also separates its shield. It's performing an evasive maneuver while simultaneously preparing for an attack. The shield generates a beam saber and heads towards the enemy. The flames emanating from its wings have turned a pale blue. This might not be an equipment like the Void Shear Lumiere installed in the Strike Freedom. The scene shifts to what seems like night. Has the battle been going on for a long time? Or is it a different scene? The arm of the destroyed Gundam is flying. Just before the enemy's attack, it's destroyed with a beam saber. This may remind some of the Legend Gundam's feats. In the next scene, we see Shin and Agnes in the cockpit. It's worth paying attention to the differences in their cockpits. The one Shin is in has monitors surrounding the entire area. Agnes's cockpit, when analyzed along with information from previously released videos, seems to be of the same specification as Zaft's New Millennium series. The Immortal Justice Gundam uses a full surround monitor, and it has been revealed that the Gion Strom is the successor to the Gulf Ignited. Fans are speculating that Shin will pilot the Immortal Justice. This footage might strongly reinforce that speculation. Luna Maria's cockpit seems to have the same specifications as Agnes's. She might be piloting the Gelgoop Menace after all. Shin's line follows, "What are these guys?" Is he referring to the enemy force using the Destroy Gundam? Right after these words, a scene shows the Black Knight squad flying in front of the Immortal Justice. They seem to be initiating hostile actions. The hostility with the Foundation might start amidst the battle. A line from Uramaha Hebo is spoken children to a new future. A scene is depicted where members of the Black Knight squad are affectionately looking up to Or like children. They might be younger in essence than their appearances suggest. Kira Yamato had concerns about the creation of individuals whose abilities are manipulated for specific roles. This could be one of the phenomena resulting from the Destiny Plan. There is a scene resembling combat training between Shinase and Shura of the Black Knight squad. Shin's attacks are evaded with dance-like movements. Shin, having achieved top-class results at Zaft's military training institution and granted permission to wear the red uniform, is no ordinary soldier. The ease with which his attacks are dodged is indeed surprising. In the next scene is a Kandak appear. Here, a narration by Athran is inserted. Harisad's theme was to create a species surpassing coordinators. Izak's astonished expression is striking. In the area of the movie, he is an intelligence officer in Zaft's General Staff Headquarters. It seems that information that could surprise Izak, a person in charge of high-level intelligence in Zaft's army, has been revealed. Considering Athran's narration, the Foundation's objective might significantly exceed Zaft's expectations. Could the she Athran is referring to be Oroma Hahebo? She, with Zaft's support, might have become independent from the Earth Alliance and is now attempting to stand at the top of the world by creating a species that surpasses coordinators. Kagali appears, staring intently at the monitor. Perhaps she is being informed about Or by Athran. Or is she watching a broadcast where the Foundation is making some declaration to the former world? Let's take a moment to observe the book on Kagali's desk. The title of the top book is Akatsuki. What could this mean? Could it be that a new model of Akatsuki is being developed? Below that, there seem to be two books, one blue and the other red. Could this hint at new models of freedom and justice being prepared? If Akatsuki is completed, who will be its pilot? Could it be Love Flavor? But don't you think there's another person who would be suitable for piloting the Akatsuki? Exactly, it's Shinasa. An old native, he's a character fans anticipate fighting alongside Kyo and Afran. Let's look forward to the appearance of the Destiny Akatsuki Gundam. Then, the Archangel makes an appearance. It's deploying its mobile suit catapults while also extending its beam cannons and railguns. The simultaneous execution of these actions might indicate an emergency situation. Moreover, Athran appears boarding a cockpit. It resembles the cockpit of the Rising Freedom. Could it be the Immortal Justice? Among the fans, there are unique speculations like his stand expression might mean he's been swayed by the enemy and is now hostile towards Kiro. Has Athran, who infiltrated for reconnaissance and discovered the Foundation's purpose, managed to escape safely? The Black Knight squad, engaging in combat with the Immortal Justice, appears. On closer inspection, the beam mantle seems to be hitting the mobile suit's thrusters. Could this be some special technology that doesn't get damaged by beams? Or is it a material like Akatsuki's armor that refracts beams? The beam rifles of the Black Knight squad seem to use targeting lasers, aiming before shooting. This is reminiscent of the Super Fortis equipped on the Saber Gundam, which played a role in targeting for the Unforced Beam Cannon. Maybe this is how Saber Gundam was intended to be expressed. The Immortal Justice is surrounded by multiple targeting lasers. It's in quite a predicament. Have you noticed the odd part of this scene? Instead of retaliating, the Immortal Justice stops moving. This isn't a choice you'd expect from its pilots, like Shin or Athran. You would think they should at least try to evade. Could there be some incident that's restraining them from taking such actions? For instance, it's conceivable that Lars Krine is in a situation akin to being a hostage. The Immortal Justice is approached by attacks from 3 directions. They look like missile strikes. If it has phase shift armor, physical impacts can be neutralized. However, the shock transmitted to the pilot cannot be mitigated. Also, if the engine is battery operated, the energy consumption might render the phase shift armor inoperative. Subsequently, a scene with displayed photographs appears showing serene images. There are charming photos of Lars and Kakali enjoying cooking, and Lars Kinsley straddling a bike. Among these photos, Flay Oster is also visible. Kira appears standing in a place resembling a cathedral. In front of him, there is a damaged statue with its head and arm, and one wing broken. It almost looks like the Freedom Gundam after its battle with the Providence Gundam. It's also striking that Kiro is wearing the clothes he first wore in the TV anime. Kiro says people do not wish for such a world. Could this be a reference to the species surpassing coordinators created by the Foundation? Or is it about the current people who continue to hate and wage war? In the next scene, a Murasame is shown being damaged by the Black Knight squad. It seems Love Flavor is the pilot. Trap, cries Mara Ramirez as she stands up from the captain's seat. On the left side of the screen, Arnold Newman is visible. Often referred to as the strongest helmsman in the Gundam series among fans, His presence assures that the Archangel won't be defeated. It's comforting. In the next scene, the rising freedom is shown battling with its beam saber. It resembles a scene from a previous promotional video. However, the opponent this time is a Zin. Considering the phrase "it's a trap," could this be the moment where the Foundation's betrayal is revealed? In the foreground of the screen, the remains of a 105 dagger are visible. This might be a continuation of the scene previously released. During the battle, a line from Wolfie is heard. Do you intend to take her hand with those blood-stained ones? Wolfie's tone doesn't seem very respectful towards Kira. Following that, the phrase "fall into darkness," Kira Yamato is spoken, and an attack by the Black Knight Squad is executed. Kira with red eyes shows a surprised expression. The shield of the Rising Freedom is damaged, losing its beam saber generating mechanism. Additionally, the targeting lasers emerge from the head of the Black Knight Squad's shiver, followed by the emergence of a beam-like light. In the Seed series, the Raider Gundam was known for its beam attack from the mouth. Perhaps Shiva is equipped with a similar weapon. The Rising Freedom loses its shield due to Shiva's attack. The targeting lasers aimed at the cockpit are particularly memorable. As Shiva rapidly retreats, multiple targeting lasers surround the Rising Freedom. Despite trying to defend with a beam shield, the Rising Freedom explodes under a barrage of missiles. Upon close observation, a yellow beam-like light appears after the missile explosion. The pilots of the Black Knight Squad surely know that missiles are not very effective against phase shift armor. These might be missiles of some special specification. Even if not beam weapons, attacks with extremely high power can damage phase shift armor. In Sea Destiny, there's a scene where the Freedom Gundam uses its railgun to destroy the propulsion area of the Abyss Gundam. The screen turns completely dark with the explosion. Lara, shedding tears, calls out Kira's name, and the promotional video ends. A lot of information was released this time. The increased likelihood of Shin piloting the Immortal Justice is striking. The combat scenes also appear to be very intense. This further heightens the anticipation for the movie. I felt that the Black Knight Squad's Shiver has some hidden abilities. Its helmet-like designed head targeting lasers from the face, and the mysterious beam attack hint at many secrets within the enemy mobile suits. With the movie's release just around the corner, let's enjoy this exciting time by discussing all these aspects.